What did you say?
What did you say?
This is Daria Valkenburg. Do you have hearing loss? I do.
I am Annie Lee MacDonald, and I have hearing loss, and I wear 2 hearing aids.
I'm deaf in my right ear. Today's topic discusses how a hearing dog can help people with hearing loss by acting as an extra pair of super ears. Our guest for this episode is Connie Grunden of Ohio, whose hearing dog Bella is a certified service dog. Connie explains that Bella, a yellow Labrador, was trained by an American Kennel Club certified trainer as a disability dog. Bella is registered as a service dog under the Americans with Disabilities Act and has an identification tag stating this. In Canada, not every jurisdiction has a certification process in place. For example, Prince Edward Island currently has no certification process for service animals, which means that there's no clear way for handlers, such as Connie, or a business to distinguish them from a normal pet. Luckily, proposed legislation is underway to address this. Our guest today is Connie Grunden, who has a hearing dog. Now, we've all heard of seeing eye dogs, but this was the first time I've heard about a hearing dog to help with a person with hearing loss. So we've asked Connie if she would share a little bit about it. Connie, why did you decide to have a hearing dog?
I'm profoundly hearing impaired, and if I do not have my aids in, or if I'm not looking at the direction of the noise, I do not hear it. And hearing dogs are trained by AKC certified trainers as disability dogs and covered under the American with Disabilities Act. She hears for me and will cue me where the noise is coming from, and her response gives me a clue as to what it is. If it's a knock at the door, if it's a siren, all types of noise.
So does she have certain barks or certain ways to notify you so you know what kind of attention she wants from you?
Yes. And she will always, if she thinks I'm not getting the clue, she comes to me and takes me to the noise. Kind of like the old TV show Lassie, where Lassie always ran for help and then would lead the rescuers to the problem.
Wow.
Yes, she's amazing.
Okay, so now, did you choose Bella? Was Bella chosen for you, or was it a joint decision? How does that work?
Our family doctor knows of obviously my hearing loss, and she connected me to the breeder who specializes in service dogs, military dogs, bomb dogs, police sniffing dogs. So she connected me to them. And then, yes, I got on the waiting list. We had to be interviewed and approved. And then when the next available group of young pups were available, we were contacted and matched with Bella.
Okay, and Bella is not your first dog. You had Harley before that. Did you have a dog before Harley?
No.
Harley was with you for a long time.
Harley lived about 10 years, but developed cancer and died. We went without a service dog for approximately 6 to 8 months, and it was not working well at all for me.
It would be like being without a hearing aid, right?
Oh, it was. And again, yes, you have hearing aids, but there are times you take them out. And as well as my hearing loss is so profound that even with them in, if someone is behind me or if there's lots of noise, I miss it.
Oh yeah, I certainly can understand that. I think you're not the only one that's like that. Now, were you involved at all in Bella's training? Or
Yes.
did she come to you fully trained?
No, from the beginning. Bella's breeder was 2 hours away from us. We made weekly trips for the initial training, and then they transferred us to the disability training after several months, and we made 3 trips a week for one-on-one training with the disability trainer.
Is Bella given a hearing test to make sure that her hearing doesn't diminish?
Yes, the breeder specializes in breeding to build those qualities in his dogs.
Right?
And then you take them to your own vet of choice to make sure, and they check them to make sure that they are in agreement with what the breeder said.
Okay. Now, Connie, you don't live alone, but with your husband, Glenn. Now, does Bella react to commands for Glenn or just from you?
She knows I am the primary, but she will let Glenn take her. And we also have grandchildren, and when she's with them, she never stops working. I don't think people understand that with hearing dogs. They never stop working.
But they can be playful at times.
Oh, she loves when the grandkids come over and throw the ball in the house, and she chases it and she loves it.
Thank you very much. This has been really interesting. Is there anything that I might not have asked that you would like to add?
I would add that a hearing dog, if anyone is thinking about it, very worthwhile. And again, makes me feel safe in whatever environment I am if she's with me. And you saw in the lobby, she never stops working. You know, we talk about having hearing aids and being overloaded with sounds in a group. That was the same for her in the lobby. She keeps an eye on me to make sure nobody comes that could be potential danger.
That's right. Now, Connie is referencing a photo op that we tried to do with Bella, and poor Bella simply got so distracted it was difficult to get her to focus.
She didn't want to look at the
She didn't want to
camera.
look at the camera. She was looking at anybody that was approaching.
Yes, she was just checking.
Well, thank you very much, Connie.
You're welcome.
Anyone with hearing loss appreciates ideas and tips to improve hearing accessibility. A trained and certified service dog, such as Bella, can provide needed alerts to various sounds that the person with hearing loss would otherwise miss. As one example, Connie explained that when there is a knock on the door or someone rings her doorbell, Bella barks and comes to get her to come to the door. Bella then stands between Connie and the person at the door to make sure the visitor is okay. Connie then lets Bella know if the visitor is a friend. Although Connie wears hearing aids and is accomplished at speech reading, she says that Bella is her ears and that she feels much safer with her. Here are 3 main reasons why. Number 1, hearing dogs make physical contact with their owners, nudging or pawing them to get their attention. Number 2, hearing dogs are trained to alert their owners to common sounds like doorbells, oven timers, smoke alarms, telephones, babies' cries, or alarm clocks. Number 3, when outside the home, a hearing dog will constantly be on the alert for the approach of persons or vehicles in case there is a threat or hazard. So, if you have hearing loss, a trained and certified dog may be an option to help you in your daily life. Do please listen to our other podcasts which offer more insights on hearing loss issues. Do you have a tip or story that you want to share? Email us at hearpei@gmail.com. That's hearpei@gmail.com. Catch you next time. This podcast was sponsored by a grant from Resource Abilities with excellent technical production by Wendy Natras. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and have learned some new tips and tricks for hearing loss accessibility.
In today's world, you're hearing all kinds of sounds, and you must have coping strategies to be able to hear what you want to hear and be able to put in the background what you don't want to hear.
Join us on our next podcast of What Did You Say?
What did you say?